This is Roger with Wheel Kinetics in Tucson, Arizona. We're selling this Veloster. It is a 2015 Hyundai Veloster. It is a 1.6 liter, 4-cylinder, automatic, front-wheel drive. It has 65,927 actual miles. It was a theft recovery purchase directly from an insurance company in Albuquerque, New Mexico. It is on a salvage title due to theft, not collision. Basically what happens is the attorneys for the insurance company do not want the insurance company sued by whoever buys it from us. Obviously the insurance company has more money than Wheel Kinetics, so they don't want to get sued. So their way of divorcing this vehicle is to give it a salvage title. That way they're out of the liability hoop. Anyway, once we get in the driving portion of this, I'll tell you how we cure that so you can get plates and insurance, okay? Anyway, we bring them here to Tucson. We do an inspection. My guys do this. Hand this to me. Runs and drives great. We just put new tires on it, discount tires. My tire monitor light is on, and it's because the right rear monitor battery must have died in the last day. So we have to order one of those. They're like 35 bucks and put it in that tire. We also sent it to detail. The backup camera is in op. Why? When we got it, the radio was on the passenger seat. When we took ownership of it, it was on the passenger seat. Obviously the thieves got caught in the middle of it, and we're trying to steal the radio, and we're unsuccessful in stealing the car or the radio. And they hacked a bunch of wires to the camera on the back of the radio, so that's in op. The only way to fix that, according to my guys, is to buy a completely different unit and wire it differently. You can't put those wires back together, okay? So that's that. I'm gonna walk around this vehicle. I'll show you things I see cosmetically. There's a few things, minor things, that I'll make sure that I point out that you can look at closer in the photo gallery. Like I said, brand new tires, okay? Little scrape right here. All of it's pretty minor stuff, but it's my job to show you what's wrong, not what's right. There's a little thing right here, okay? Obviously you can put a little touch-up paint there and that would get better, right? What else is there? Really isn't that noticeable, but my job is to point out the negatives more so than the positives. A couple little chips right here. Oh yeah, on this door, the very door edge, there's a little thing right here. This is probably how they broke into the car. Okay, so that's where you want to look at closer in the photo gallery if you care. Nothing serious, but my job is to make sure that you know what you're buying. All right, let me start this thing up. All right, 65,946 miles. When the thing flashes when you first start it, by the way, it'll flash when there's one bad in the car, and then it'll go solid after about maybe a minute, and that tells you what's going on, that there's one that's not good. So I took it back to discount about 10 minutes ago and said, why is it on? And they walked around it and they said the passenger rear monitor is dead. They all have batteries in them, so at some point they go bad. All right, there's your motor. Here's all your stickers where they belong. There's the VIN, so you know that they're original. There's your VIN sticker there. VIN sticker there. There you go. Alrighty then. Let's see, this door opens too, huh? Well, I guess we'll do this one first. So it's a 3-door, which is kind of interesting, right? Seats look great. Headliner looks good. This will be the 3rd door, and it does have a power window in it, which I was wondering about, and they do. Just have all the VIN stickers where they all belong, right? All right, I'm gonna open up the back, and I'm gonna show you the Carfax, the Kelley Blue Book, and the title, okay? All right, so here's your Kelley Blue Book for a 3-door Veloster Coupe with 65,927 miles. Typical listing price for this car would be $12,133 with a range of $11,000 to $12,844. All right, here is your Carfax, okay? There's the VIN. History of events affecting this vehicle's value. Basically, they blend the theft, which made it a salvage, and the history with the Kelley Blue Book, and they come up with a current value with a salvage title of $8,540. Okay. Here's the actual Carfax itself. There's the VIN, branded title salvage. That's due to theft. So it was in New Mexico, obviously. I already told you that. Looks like it was up in Idaho also. Lived in Idaho. Then it was in New Mexico here at $19,140. Getting some good services there. Let's see. And then it's in New Mexico, Larry Miller Hyundai. 54,000, almost 55,000 miles was his last service at Hyundai. It was stolen 1/12 of 20 and recovered 2/12 of 20. Okay. This is the title from New Mexico. This is the New Mexico title, salvage title. There was Allstate, which is good because that means they were a good person driving the car, because Allstate's expensive. Wheel Kinetics was sold the vehicle by Allstate Insurance, okay, with 65,927 miles. All right, I think that's about it. Let's see. There's your spare. There's your 4 VIN stamps here, right? Here's your camera, but I already explained to you what the deal is with the camera. All right, window. Okay, let's see. Door locks. Okay, mirrors. Out, in, up and down. Big old fat fingers on these little buttons. Out, in, up, down. Okay. Let's see. Then what do we got? We got a tilt wheel here. Here's that, right? Let me get in here. Put a seatbelt on. Let me see if I can back up out of this glare a little bit here, so you can see the radio. There you go. All right, let's see. Radio.
As America.
I think 102. Where's scan on this thing? There we go. It's got XM, media, disc. What if there's anything in there? Nope. Info, blah, blah, blah. There's a USB port right here, an auxiliary port, a couple power plugs here. What else we got here? Let's see. Volume. Oh, you know what? We gotta put it on the radio again, huh? That's gonna be loud when it goes on there. So you got steering controls, volume up and down, change the channel, blah, blah, blah. What's that? Let's see, mode, changing the mode for the steering wheel. Okay. Let's see, we have cruise control. See the cruise control light right there, on and off. Let's see, I think that's about it for the stuff, right? All right, let's go for a ride. And let's make sure that these lights all work in here first. I don't think there is a light in there. Actually, there is. There you go. Let's see, what else we got going on here? I don't know what that is. Looks like something got caught in there. Ah, they stole the mirror. There you go, that's why we do this, so people aren't disappointed. No mirror here, because you're gonna have to look in this one, in the other, in the rear view mirror, I guess. Does this work? Yeah. Huh. I'll see that every day. All right, let's go for a ride. This car is being sold on a salvage title. In order to get plates and insurance, plates for you to drive home with that we print up for you, and insurance, which you obviously need both, we have to take it to the cops and get what's called a level 3 inspection done. Once that level 3 inspection is done, we can get what's called a restored salvage title. Once we get that, we can issue you plates and you can get insurance. We charge $200 to do that before you get home. It ties up about 4 hours of our day, sometimes more. Doing that, we have to get down to the cops, the guys who wear badges and guns, and they do it for us. Then we have a $250 dock fee, and then we have taxes. Taxes are your state tax rate, whatever that is, plus our city tax of 2.7%. So if you come here, you'll pay your state tax, our city tax of 2.7%, a $250 dock fee, and $200 to restore the title. If you pay by wire and ship out of state, all you're obligated to pay is agreed upon price. You don't have to pay tax, dock fee, nothing. You don't even have to pay to have the title restored unless you want it restored. If you do want it restored, let us know at the beginning of this transaction, and we'll add $200 to it, and we'll get it restored for you, okay? If you are going to pay by wire and ship out of state, once we receive full payment, we'll fill out the title with your name or your company's name and address, sign it off to you, scan it in your online file, and mail it to you. We'll even scan in the envelope we mail it in. You will have the vehicle shipped to you. The title will almost always beat it in the mail. So when the Veloster shows up at your house by your shipper, you'll just take the title you got in the mail and go get plates. It's very simple, okay? If you need help with shipping, let us know at the beginning of this transaction. We can either give you some phone numbers to call and do it yourself, or we can do it for you. We could roll it into the price of the vehicle. All kinds of things can happen. Either, you know, a lot of people know how to do this, though, so they don't need any help. But if you need any help, let us know, okay? Deposit is $500. Once we have a deposit, we have a deal. Until then, it will stay for sale. So please make sure that you get your deposit in, all right? Last part of every video, I say the same thing every single time for 13 years, and one of these days I'm gonna get a recording and just hit play, so I don't have to say it every time. This is what I say. We don't have salesmen, so they're not included in the price of this vehicle. You're not paying for bottled water with our name on it. You're not paying for a lounge to hang out in. You're not paying for a beautiful zip code. Right now I'm doing this near my house, so it's kind of pretty in here. But we're in a very industrial place where this vehicle will live at night until it's gone, which will probably not take very long. But you're not paying for a fancy zip code. You're also not paying for future repairs. What do you mean? Well, at the new car dealers, if they were to sell you this car, they know that if it breaks, you would bring it back and say, fix my car. Well, they charge you anywhere between $400 and $1,000 for that privilege. That's in the price of the car, that you don't know you're paying it, but you are. So that they're not upset when you come back and say, I want the window motor fixed, or the radio's not working, or there's an injector bad, or blah, blah, blah. They know that they've got it paid for already, okay? We're not charging you for that because we're not doing that. We give you this video, we give you the Carfax, the Kelly, the title, all the information we have, everything we know, so you can make a good informed decision, and so that you will be the owner on day one. If that doesn't work for you, if you don't like the idea that, gosh darn it, if it shows up and it needs a window motor or a actuator for the door locks or a radio button or a blah, 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 or an injector or whatever, I'm gonna be mad. Then we're not the place for you. We got a lot of vehicles in our inventory, and only a couple are on factory warranty. Those you can have, the others you can't have, okay? So we keep the price down by doing all that stuff, by having 3 people in our business instead of 400 like they have at the auto mall. Take advantage of the fact that you're buying this vehicle really cheap because of the title status and because of how we operate. If you're buying from us, you're saving thousands and thousands of dollars. Even on this car, you're literally saving $4,000 or $5,000 due to the title and due to how we do business, okay? So but if that doesn't work for you, and that's fine, some people it doesn't work for. They need to be, reassured, and they need to have, pay more money, $4,000 or $5,000 more for the same car, so that they can bring it back and bitch, get it fixed. That's fine with me. Go there. We're not worried about selling this car. We have 800 to 1,000 people a day see each car. The biggest problem is if we lie and tell people something's something when it's not something, when it's different than what we told them. That doesn't work, okay? Anyway, I think that that's about it. I'm going to go home and pick up my son now, and go to Phoenix and drive home a couple vehicles we just bought. And I think we're supposed to get to 100 degrees Saturday. Tomorrow we're supposed to have our first 100-degree day. Bake the virus. Anyway, Thank you. Bye-bye.